Alright, welcome to another Space Luchador program. Now, I am the Space Luchador, I am your host. So before we get started on part 2 of what this video seems to encapsulate every other guy's problem, or at least guys that, I think are too in their emotions. So before we get started, help me help you by buying me a coffee. The link is in the description, or you can pause the video and click this barcode here. So let's go ahead and jump in without further ado. We'll break down a couple of the problems. Now, all these videos are problems, but every little thing here is the stuff that you must eliminate from your mindset, from your words, and ultimately from your feelings. Now, yes, this is hard to do because if you really feel it and that is really you, it's going to be hard. You have to reinvent yourself, and I know how that sounds, but at the very least you can understand, right, why you should not think like this. And if you do and can't help it, why you should shut up, right, and don't mention it. All right, let's go ahead and jump in.
And maybe I'm old school, but I miss the days when people just liked each other and said it. When they were excited and showed it. When they were scared and admitted it. When they were wrong and fixed it. Now it's like, if you say, I miss you too soon, you lose the game.
Correct. Now, before we continue, I'm going to give you the answer, okay? Check this out if you're interested at all. I've said it in multiple videos and multiple times. It only goes one way. One way. That's it. So put it in your mind. Homework for you. Only one way. It does not go both ways. It does not go backwards. It's only one way. Now let me explain. As you can see up there in the video, right? Pretty simple. He said, longer the days, right, when somebody said, I liked you, and then the other guy says, I like you too. That would be you're going both ways. It does not work. That's why this guy's crying, as you can see. One way and one way only. Alright? Let me show you what I mean. If she says I like you, that means you're going this way. That's this way. If you say I like you too, now you're going this way. Understand? And that's why it doesn't work. Now, I know the explanation's a little dumb, right? It may not make no sense. Understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that in this secret game of love and war, it doesn't work both ways. Period. It doesn't care about your opinions. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about anybody's. It doesn't even care about Zeitgeist, right? And everybody voting it into it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Now let me explain why, okay? Because some things that they can do, you can't do. And there's a reason for it. Before I even get into that reason, because it's going to be a long-ass explanation / rant, just understand, it doesn't work, okay? Now, most of the stuff he's complaining about happens to be this singular problem of trying to do it both ways. It doesn't work that way. That's like the equivalent of when guys say, she's trying to eat her cake, or no, have her cake and eat it too. Same thing that you're trying to do. Understand? All right, now let's continue. And let's see if I can explain it a little better.
And if you ask for clarity, you're too intense. And if you set a boundary, you're hard to deal with. And God forbid you want commitment without playing detective for 6 months, trying to figure out if they even like you or if you're just a convenient emotional sponge. And
that would be the friend zone. But if it takes you 6 dumbass months for you to, I guess, investigate at what level are you with her, you are a dumbass. Understand? That's why you end up in friend zone. Because it's 6 months. I can't fathom 6 days. Understand? Of wasting my time. It's just the way it is. It's harsh but true. Now, if you want to get good at it, understand, you got to live by the rule of 3, 6, and 9. But that's way next level. But understand, that's what it is. Okay, now let's continue.
And people say, don't take it personally.
Yeah, it's only business. How many times do I have to say it?
But how can you not when your heart is the one getting used like a doormat?
That's why. You're a dumbass. Now look, again, right? It's like your little heart is not being used at all. If anything, we can debate what really is being used and what you want to use. Only, again, it's taboo, and that's why most gurus and everybody out there in the internet, right, will not talk about it, but it's a fact. It's brought up out there every now and then. Right? What's your body count? Understand, there's only one thing that's being used, and it's not your dumbass heart, okay? You must understand and know what's going on. Anyways, let's continue.
For someone else's confusion, how can you not take it personally when someone gets everything they said they wanted and still walks away because they weren't ready?
Or because they were bored. Yes. Because you failed to understand. And this is my point in this video today. So if you got this far, I'll show you what I mean. Check it out. Listen to what this guy just said. Now, first of all, he sounds like a complete victim and a dumbass all at the same time. But furthermore, he's a liar. Now, let me see and show you what I mean when I say he's a liar. Listen to what he said. Hey, a person that got everything she wanted and just walks away willingly. Well, what was it that you wanted that you didn't exactly get, which is why you're bitching about it right now? I guarantee you he wouldn't answer it truthfully. That's why he made this whole damn video about his heart and his emotions and his little feelings, because he refuses to accept what he really wants. And that's the problem. You're running around, right, lying, deceiving not only her, but yourself. And that's the biggest problem of them all, right? Because you're sitting there going, well, my love, and you're supposed to love me. Nah, that's not what you're in the game for. You got to accept that first. Be honest with yourself, right? Trust me. And no, it's not personal. It's just business in the game of love and war. Because some people get it confused. Oh, what do you mean business? Like an interaction of money? No, it had nothing to do with money. It's only business in the sense of the game. Nothing is personal. Understand? So when you're playing the game, it has to be business for the sake of the game. Because if you take it personal, then the game is ruined, right? Because it's a personal game, which makes it, spoiler alert, not fun. Understand? But it's business because there's stakes in it. But just like fighting in the ring, right? Or in an MMA octagon, fighting as a prize fighter means I go in there and whoop the other guy's ass, and at the end of the day we can shake hands and say thank you for doing business. That's it. Right? It ain't personal. Same thing, same principle. Understand? Alright, now let's continue.
Or worse, they were bored. And don't get me started on the whole I'm not ready for a relationship speech, because half the time they are ready, they're just not ready for it with you.
Well, there you go. You solved it all by yourself, right? They're bored. Think about it. If they're bored, that means you suck. You're boring. It's not their fault that they're bored. It's your fault. You suck. You bring nothing to the table but whining, bitching, and complaining. I hate to be harsh, but this is the truth. Look at him crying with little X over his dumb ass. What? Why would the girl want to spend any kind of time with this weak ass dude? Why? Make that make sense. And of course, down in the comments, everybody agrees with this guy. That's dating 101 today, and I'm going through this right now, and it just seems like a bunch of damn women. At what point did we end up like this, right? Anyways, let's continue.
And instead of saying that, they keep you around just enough to feed their ego while draining your spirit.
Is that what you think it is?
And I know some of y'all have been there, holding on to hope like it's oxygen, trying to love someone into healing, trying to weight them into clarity, trying to earn what should have been freely given. And I've been that person too, patient, loyal.
Ain't nothing free, son. Ain't nothing free. That's one. Two, you're waiting around. Come on. Look. This is what I'm talking about. He's lost in the sauce. He thinks that it should work the way he is basically illustrating in this video. As a matter of fact, this is why I'm making this video. And part 2, basically. Because there's a lot of guys out there in the wild, right, that I've spoken to, that I help, that I talk to, that I coach. And they really believe that this is how it should be. They tell me, they really believe it. They sit there and look me in the eyes and tell me and describe some sort of scenario illustrating this video. And I'm sitting there going like, you can't really believe this, right? This is not what you want. But they really believe that this is how it is and this is how it works. So fundamentally, clearly, they are missing pieces in the puzzle. They're not seeing the big picture. They're seeing what they have been trained, coached, right? And basically groomed since little kids to believe that relationship world is, right? You can go back to any movie. They think that's how it is. Any little love story, right, no, that's not how it works. Not in the real world. Understand, the art of seduction is lost. The art of catching is lost. The simple understanding of what you are and what you're supposed to be and your role has been lost. But fear not again. That's what I'm here for, right? Patience. And look at this guy. Patience is all you're doing, everything but what you're really supposed to do is my point. All right.
Loyal, forgiving. Like, maybe if I love them harder, they'll choose me.
No.
And it's a dangerous lie that we tell ourselves, because real love doesn't need to be earned through self-abandonment. Real love doesn't ask you to quiet your needs or dim your light or postpone your joy while someone else figures out if they want to show up. And if you've ever sat in your car after dropping someone off and felt that lump in your throat, like, they're slipping away, but you don't want to say it out loud because that would make it real.
No, because you're scared. That's why. And you got your little lump because you're going home empty-handed. That's why. You failed. Understand? You failed. That's an F. That lump in your throat is a big-ass F. And you're trying to blame it on little old girl there, walking back home. Satisfied because you probably ate, yes, a meal. Had a good time, danced, whined, laughed, I guess. And you failed. That's what it is. Admit it. Admit it. But that's the real deal. However, again, and this is the point, he don't know what he's doing. Plenty of times do guys end up like this. And you don't want to say anything because you think it's real. So you're playing a character again, but you're playing the wrong character. Which adds to my point even more, right? But let's finish it. And of course, a dumbass commercial. Ah, man. But it ain't one of my videos without a damn commercial botching it, right? Anyways.
And if you've ever tried to be easygoing and low maintenance and chill, when really you just want it to be held properly, to be chosen fully, to be
held properly? Did this guy just say held properly? Oh, there's only one way or one thing that should be held properly, but it's not you. Understand? Oh man. All right, as you can see, all right, this guy don't know what the hell he's talking about. He has what I call the dumbass idea of how a woman should be treated. And for some reason, he has it in his head that he should be treated like a woman. This is the problem. which hence is the problem of why he gets rejected, left, ghosted, left dry and high by all the women. Because his ideas are stupid. They're misguided. He's lost in the sauce. No man has ever said, she doesn't know how to hold me proper. Hold you? What the hell are you talking about? Now, I've heard that before, but not from a man. I've heard plenty of women. The way he holds me. Right? The way you touch my back and all that other shit. Understand. What the hell is going on? I mean, it's just why I did this video. I want you to see. Look at this. And then comment after comment. They're just on this guy's side. We live in a throwaway society, right? And that includes relationships. Look at this. Like, oh wait, man, I think I might have read that one already. But my point is, right, all of these comment after comment, and then all these little comments have like a bunch of likes from all these guys that agree, right? And again, notice there's not a single woman that goes in here to tell every single one of these guys the raw truth and wake their dumb asses up. Because why? That's another part of the game. They're never going to tell you how to do it. You're supposed to know how to do it. That's the point. And I know there's plenty of points, and I always point at the point, right? And my point. But understand, all these little points are just basically little dots, right? Once you connect the dots, you get the puzzle piece. Once you get the puzzle piece, you put it in the big picture. Oh shit, now you know. Oh, now you get another puzzle piece, and you repeat, and blah, 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 blah. And then before you know it, you know what the hell you're doing. Understand? All right. And I'm telling you, it's
Love
not this.
Loudly. I see you. And if you've ever turned off your read receipts or waited hours to reply just to seem less available, even though you were checking your phone every 5 minutes.
Yes, and she's doing it too. So get a dumbass hint. Understand? It's like you're aware, right? And but you're playing dumb, as if it doesn't apply to you. Like if you ever turned off your phone and waited hours just to seem like you're not available. Exactly, you're playing a character, all while not understanding that you are sitting your ass on the toilet seat, taking a dump, and scrolling on your cell phone. If you think the girl on the other side is not doing the same damn thing, you would be a dumbass. They eat, sleep, and breathe on that damn thing. Understand? They actively cheat. Even though I've said women, there is no such thing as women cheating, but they actively on the phone with their dude as they're with another dude, and that's a whole nother level of reality and truth that you first of all can't handle, because you don't want the truth, right? But I've seen it plenty of times, right? You got guys sitting there going, well, she must be tired and busy. Yeah, she's busy. And she will be tired, but not at the moment. But just understand, if she ain't texting you back, it's just the one principle rule. You are not the man. You are not the priority. She's not interested in you right at that moment, which is why it's only business. Understand? You can never take it personal. Just understand, you're not the guy at that moment. But you can work on that to become the guy. And I know it's controversial. I know it's taboo. I know it's harsh. I know it's damn bad the way I said it and the way it sounds. But that's the harsh truth. That's the raw truth. And yes, it is a paradox, because you can't mention this. You can't be, well, I heard it all. You can't. You can't. Right? Because only an experienced fisherman understands the rules. The rules. Right? There's rules that you must follow. You can bend some of the rules, but you can't break them. Understand? Anyways, let's continue.
I see you and I get it. Because we've all been told that love is a game.
Yes. It is.
And the one who cares less wins.
No, it's the one that knows what he's doing. The one that is being loved wins. Understand that. And if we go back to the principle, and we'll end with this, if you understood what the Space Luchador is telling you right now, you, my viewers, and new subscribers, it only goes one way. Understand? Now I'm going to give you a freebie, and you'll hear it here first. Nowhere in the internet will you hear this again unless somebody steals it, right? But you hear it here first. Understand it? One way. Meaning, if she loves you and you're the one that's loved, win-win. Spoiler alert, you win. Do you get it? As a man. Alright, now if you do both ways, and I'm talking slowly because this is important. If you made it this far, you have discovered a golden nugget. This is it. If you do it both ways, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So there you go. If you get any kind of value out of this video, any kind of let me look into that. If you're interested, help me help you by buying me a coffee, right? Help me build this platform. And I'm telling you, we're gonna take it to the next level. I'm gonna show you things you have never seen before, and I can prove everything that I'm saying. I claim it here, right? And I'll show you. Way better, obviously my studio, or in this case my ship, right, needs a little bit of work. But again, help me help you by helping me build this platform, making it big, right? And dedicate all my time to it. I will show you the secrets of the universe, and I'll show you. We could start by, you see that W up there, right? You don't really need the W. You can take a V, half of it. That's the first step, half of it, which means a V of victory, right? Then you get enough victories, you start winning the full-blown W. So I hope you understood that last little part there, right? How it goes one way and one way only. Okay? Now let's finish it up to see what he has to say about winning.
But what do you win, really? A partner who doesn't know how to meet you halfway?
Hey, there's nothing halfway. Come on. This is what I'm saying. Look at him, standing there, and the girl's hugging him up on his neck like they're friends, like they're buddies. That's what I'm saying. It does not go both ways. It's a perfect video for my explanation, right? To show you what I mean. Now, if this is what you want to meet halfway, you want to do things halfway, right? Split right down the middle. You would have to bend your ass over as well if it was halfway. Do you not get it? I hate to be that harsh. It only goes one way. How many times do I have to say it?
A relationship built on ego and power plays and pretending not to care. It's exhausting, and that's the
thing. And that's why you lose. Because you're a quitter. And you don't know what you're doing.
thing. No one tells you how exhausting it is to constantly
well, you are in this video.
Manage your image and hold back your truth and tiptoe.
Exactly. Hold back your truth. You're a character. Only you're playing the wrong character.
Around someone's insecurities just so they don't leave. And maybe...
Well, that's weak. That's called a creep. That's called obsession. Right? Manipulation. Even though you claim to be the victim.
Maybe that's why I stopped doing relationships, because
yeah, but you ain't good at it.
Realized I was spending more time trying,
begging and pleading. Look at
to be chosen than actually choosing myself.
Exactly.
More time worrying if they liked me than if I even liked them back.
Oh, that's the class. Now you're doing a rant. See what I'm saying? Oh, man. So you liked her all along up until she didn't like you. And now you're like, well, you didn't even know that. All right. But anyways, there you go. That's it for today. I hope you understood. There it is. Just like that. Simple explanation. It only goes one way. Right? Recap. Only goes one way. End it. You don't necessarily need a W. Take the V. Take the V's. With one or two V's, you get yourself a W. That's how it works. Nothing is personal, only business. So there you go. I will see you on the next Space Luchador program.